Hello, everybody. We're back.
Hello.
It's been a while. We're all set. And Esther's right over there.
Hello, I look sleepy.
Are you sleeping?
Not really.
Oh, that's good. Let's get to our chill music.
I got my coffee.
You got coffee?
And a cute mine.
Ooh, mine. Oh, we had a mine and a your cup thing. Explain to them how it works.
I forget. I'm gonna have to think for a second.
Think for a second. There's a thing she used to say.
Mine
and it was cute.
is yours because you're mine, and yours is mine because I'm yours.
Yeah. So we had these two cups and it said mine with a heart.
Mine and yours.
And yours. And so then when I got it, I was thinking and I was like, well, what does that really mean? You gave me the one that says, should I have the one that says she got them? She bought them. And then she gave them as a gift. And so then she gave me the one that said,
I forget.
yeah, I don't
mine
remember.
is yours.
We have the original picture.
I gave you mine and I had yours.
Well, we have the original picture.
But now I'm using
and
mine.
Yeah. Anyway, she had a cool explanation for it. So we're going to be painting. And we have the two mics. We're set to go. And,
yes.
Oh, yeah, here it is. This is a great picture. Whoa. So here it is. Okay. And it says, yours is mine because I'm yours. Okay, so she gave herself the yours one. When she bought them as a gift, there came a two. And so she kept one and gave one to me. I mean, that's the point of it. She didn't keep the gift. Yours is mine because I'm yours. So that's her saying that. And mine is yours because you're mine. Anyway. So yeah, it was funny.
Also, it was before I had a job, so my mom actually bought them.
Before I had, okay, that's fine. Anyway.
Shout out to Mom. Still using the cups.
Esther's always so close to her camera. It's the funniest thing.
Ah!
She's just right next to it.
So cute, you know?
You are cute. I have my protein drink.
Here's why I'm
quite
close,
good.
because I talk quiet. Ah! Oh no.
Which one is that? Oh no. She forgot to put her phone on silent. Oh, cool shirt.
Thanks. It is a cool shirt.
It is a cool shirt. So, anyway, this is just yogurt. Just Greek. Non-flavored. Just that kind of that tangy. Not tangy, but like sour. Tart.
Anyways,
and then chocolate. Oh.
Sorry. I was saying I get close to mine because I want to be close to my mic because I talk a lot quieter than he is. And I can only move the camera so far back.
The whole point of the microphone
and
is
I
that
don't
they're
put too
movable.
long framing it because I'm about to put it down to paint anyway, so I usually don't care.
But we want to talk to the people. All right, well, Esther's going to put her cam down, so I'll stay on mine. And we'll go from there. I have my painting that I'm working on. Suit turned out really good. We send pictures to the people that we do them for, if they're the photographer, that is. Obviously, if it's a surprise gift for someone. But the photographers, we send pictures as they go. So this one's now at a good stage that I'll be sending it to her and letting her see it. Looks like Esther's all set, so I'm going to switch to her cam as I move mine.
I love that one. It's so cute.
Yeah. So let's go to Esther's camera.
Why were we so cute? Oh my goodness. Okay, let me find the actual picture that I need.
All right, here comes Esther's camera. Hello. I was just preparing it before I switched over to it, so there she is.
So I have your painting picture, but I don't have mine. I'm gonna have to go to the email.
All right. There's Esther's. There it is. Looking good.
I'm kind of getting
All right.
hungry.
Let's go to moving my cam down.
Ugh, I need a snack.
Snack?
But I don't need a snack because I need to actually eat.
True.
let's get
Alright.
a look at what we're doing here. I guess I'm gonna start laying in the hair. Oops. Not paying attention to what I'm doing. So we missed an upload a couple days ago.
True.
I had a lot of stuff, not a lot. I had quite a bit of stuff filmed, but I just wasn't vibing with any of it. But that's too bad. I should have just uploaded something because I need to. But I have some ideas.
True.
Don't know if they're good ideas, but I've got some ideas. So we gotta film. We've gotta film ASAP because we're leaving on Thursday.
Yeah.
On our little vacation. So gotta get moving here. Also, I had a dream that we were on a trip with a lot of people. But the dream was me trying to get everything packed up to come home, but I had brought like a bunch of home decor because I guess we were staying for a while, but still, why would you ever bring that? But like I brought my hamper, I brought like little decorations, and I was having to run all over the place that we stayed trying to pick it all up.
Really?
And get it all packed. And then on top of that, I'm stressing the whole dream because I'm trying to get packed. Nobody's helping me. Great. Thanks to everyone that was there. And then we're walking on the road suddenly, and there's all this furniture that somebody dropped off because they want to get rid of. And I've been thinking about getting furniture and refurbishing, so that's why that was in my mind. So then I was like, oh, I gotta grab a couple of these pieces to take home so that I can redo them. But then they were like really nice furniture that didn't need redoing.
Oh.
But because that's what I wanted to do with it, I was like, I'm going to paint these.
Did you wreck them or what?
So then I had to carry them to the car.
What's the moral of this
Then
thing?
I was walking really fast to the car, so I went the wrong way, and I was walking with several people, and I was like, wow, they're going to think I'm dumb and don't know how to get back to the car, which I did not. So then I quickly backtracked and got back to them. So yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, that was an interesting.
And stressful. And I don't know how I thought the furniture was going to fit with all the stuff that I had to bring home anyways, because we were in the Tesla. And while I was walking in the dream, I was like, I hope this is going to fit.
Yeah.
And it most definitely would not even begin to fit, even if we had nothing in the car.
Most definitely.
So yeah,
all right. I'm torn on what to do on this because it's a lot of veil and you can't really see it. So again, like Esther was saying, Esther was commenting last time that I have to just kind of make some stuff up, which I will do.
But you definitely need to get that shape in that shows her back.
Yeah, but that's all background.
Oh,
so I'll be bringing that in. I'll just be doing the background kind of sooner than usual because also the background is what's going to show off the veil too. So I'm going to go ahead and get started.
Let's get started. What is that from?
Esther keeps moving hers. I keep putting it in a nice spot, and then she keeps moving.
Because I am doing this correctly, and I'm focusing on doing the art.
Right, but then you'll have to move your camera.
And you're focusing on doing the live.
You'll
So
have
you're
to
going to
move
mess
your...
up.
No, you're going to have to move.
Not.
You're going to have to move your camera then. You can look right over here and see what your camera looks like. You're right down there.
I could, but I don't have glasses, so it really doesn't
Oh shoot!
help.
Wait, why are you painting without your glasses?
Because I can see close, but I can't see over to the screen where it shows.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, kind of. And I went driving the other night, and I don't usually drive too often, and if I do, it's always in the day. And I was driving rather late, and I forgot to bring my glasses because it was still light when I left, but that was at like 8 o'clock. Which, yes, it's still light around 8, which is amazing, but not for much longer.
So
then by the time I had to drive back, it was dark, and I was like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, the question is, could you see?
Well enough, but
really?
not great. Like, if there was a cat in the road, I would have just killed it, but I definitely...
That's not a big problem.
I definitely wouldn't hit any cars.
Oh, okay.
But if something like ran in the road, or a person walked across the road, and they were
you'd see a
wearing dark
person?
clothing, probably, but...
Because a cat...
So I should definitely wear my glasses, guys.
Not that I would want the cat to get hit.
I do bring them.
But I'm saying if I was
But I
driving
forgot
and
that
could
time.
see well, I still might hit a cat. Like, I mean...
Well, if it's, like, running out. But, you know, if it was just sitting in the middle of the road,
well, what cat is just sitting in the middle of the road? Like, what are we talking about?
I'm just giving you an example of my sight.
But what a weird example. What about a squirrel?
What I'm saying is, like, I noticed while I was driving that the road just looked, like, super dark ahead. But obviously the things that show you, like, the paint, the whatever, it's reflective, so I can see where to keep inside of, but, like, the road itself is very dark. Oh. Which it's black, so, you know. But... This
is a strange conversation. I mean, I'm down for it, but...
I'm just trying to let this kid know my struggles, and he's judging me.
I'm really not. I'm just trying to understand, like, because I think some of these struggles you're making
judging my analogies.
Yeah, you're like, I'll hit a cat if it's lounging in the road. Like, yeah, I'd hit a cat if it's lounging in the road, too.
Oh, my goodness. What if it was injured? That's a good one.
I'm not saying I'm going to try to hit the cat. Don't get me wrong. I like cats. But I'm saying I don't know what sort of...
I'm just trying to show
If I was driving and my brakes went out and there was something stopped in front of me, I think I'd hit it.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Like, yeah.
Thank you for your input.
Next caller.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm doing the shading on the shirt. Let's see what Esther's got going on.
I move my painting a lot, so.
Alright, Esther needs a lot of help with her stuff. I don't know what's going on.
I'm going to continuously move it, so no matter where you put it, it's going to be out.
Well, then you need to go high enough to where it can always be seen, like this. Boy, that was so easy. Alright, to Esther's skin.
See the tone?
The tone? My tone's fine. I just said it was easy. That's all.
Yeah, implying.
Oh, wait. I've been on yours the whole time.
Okay.
I'm onto mine. You guys didn't even see the shirt I was working on. Sorry, it's a new software, and when I flip my camera around, like so it's not upside down, I have to do that on a preview, and then I have to click it again. But the preview stays up on the screen, so only I was able to see it. But the computer was showing my view. I gotta show Esther how to use this program because it's totally different.
See what you're talking about. So you're on yours now, or what?
I am now on mine.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because Esther's gonna have to know how to set this all up and get it all going so that it's.
I did, but then you.
Right, then we switched it. Well, we needed to. It wasn't working.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
After all this time, I don't know how to use it. We just literally changed.
Right. It's brand new. Because honestly, most of this painting was the guy's suit. So I'm honestly not even far from done. There's little things that I have to add. Now we'll go to Esther's cam. Ooh, nice.
This part's actually better this way.
Oh, your view looks really cool.
Nice.
All right. Well, what's really bothering me is the skin.
For like underneath the veil.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how you're gonna do it, or?
No, it's just bothering my eyes. I'm like looking at it and I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna do her skin under the veil. I don't like that color. This color's better. And I can go straight over into her skin on the other side now that Esther left that, because I'll still get that edge, so it'll start looking good right away. kind of hard for you guys to see it on the live. But we got to be careful with your edges of the skin.
Excuse me. My edges are beautiful. How so? What's wrong with it?
Nothing's wrong with it. It looks great.
Oh, you just said I gotta be careful with it. So what's wrong?
Oh, sorry, that. Just the edges, see, like this here, this.
It's not smooth. It goes outside. What's
it
up?
goes outside a little bit. It's not smooth, both.
Well, see, I put a lot of water with it because you said it makes it looks smoother to do the skin if I do a lot of water in it. So then it's kind of hard to control.
Yeah, true.
Plus, I know it's just the base layer, so when you go back over it, you'll perfect it very slowly. It's a very different color than what I put down.
Yes.
So you're gonna go over mine to make it match?
Yes.
Okay.
I always go over the skin.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Okay, so that looks good.
I love on the... Ooh, that was pretty...
Well, try not to slam that.
Yeah, that was aggressive. It's a heavy mug, okay? Relax.
Well, it's just because your microphone's connected to the table.
I know. Sorry.
Don't be.
I wasn't talking to you. Anyways, I like when the guys have beards, because that makes it cute.
Well, I think we know that you like guys with beards. I mean, I hope.
Yeah.
I hope you like guys with beards.
Yes.
So you can see, if I can get it out of the light, there we go. So the veil already looks like a veil. Look at that, love. It's actually cool how you left that line.
That's why I did it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Wait. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, there's not a lot of shadowy stuff on this. There's not a whole lot of shading and creases on this dress, so I need to make sure I get the ones that are there. And there's another good one. She has the buttons down the back. Well, not really buttons. It almost looks just like a little seam.
No, it's buttons. It's those buttons that are probably not buttons, though. It probably just zips and there's buttons over top because people like how that looks.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for you to get gray hair.
I probably won't.
Oh, that's sad.
It'll just keep falling out.
But your beard.
I really hope the beard is gray. That would be amazing. That will probably happen.
I like a sprinkle of gray. Looks cool.
Not like an all gray beard. That'd be awesome.
I mean, yeah.
I'd be totally down. I wish my hair just went gray and didn't fall out. That would be so cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
I know a fairly young guy with just fully just gray and like pepper. All looks great.
It does make me guess people,
I hate
which
this
obviously,
chair.
But it does make me guess people a lot older though.
Sure, but people already thought I was way older. It would be nice.
Really older people that I used to work at Hobby Lobby with just always dyed their hair, so
yeah,
you can never tell.
Why dye the hair? People
because
love
I guess them way younger, and then I like see their roots, and they're like, "Oh, I need to touch up my hair," and I'm like, "How on earth? I didn't even know you did dye your hair."
Who cares to look older? I don't know of guys that don't
They were women that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, that's a totally different subject. Even women's gray hair, they always be dyeing it. By the way, a lot of women's gray hair looks great as well.
Yes, and a lot of people are now leaving it because it looks epic.
In general, guys younger guys like the idea of being thought of as older. I always liked it, and everyone else that I knew, because people thought I was way older. I'm talking way older.
People thought I was way older too, and I kind of liked it too.
That didn't really
make
sense though.
When I'm young.
Yes,
if
exactly.
I'm like
that's the
30 and people are like, "Oh, you look 45," I'm gonna be like, "Don't talk to me."
That would be annoying, and I still wouldn't care. I still wouldn't care at that point. But
I just never comment on people's
age. Well, first of all, it has to be a specific conversation.
Usually people only comment when you then tell them your age, and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were this."
Yes.
But some people also just comment, and I'm like,
the thing is,
bro.
I don't think, really. I liked it to come up, and I would even ask people, like, it would, well, obviously, I wouldn't walk up, how old do you think I am? It would come up in conversation because I was much younger. People knew I was young, but didn't know how young. People would ask me my age. It would come up in conversation. You know that game, I work at a lot of schools, and they would do that game often, that 2 Truths and a Lie, at the beginning of the school years, and I would always lie about my age, and I would always win. Because I would use an already...
And then you just you gotta pick like the most exciting things you've done in your life for the truth so that people think they're wrong.
Oh yeah, my other truth that I use is that I flew a plane over the Golden Gate Bridge.
Can you change to yours?
I
think it's been on mine
for
a while and I wasn't doing anything.
Sorry. I just did his bow tie. Yeah, for the 2 Truths and a Lie, I always do one of my truths is, well, you can't always do it. That's the other thing, because if you play with the same people. Because every so often we'd be playing the game with the same people because a new teacher would join the school and we'd play that game. But then a bunch of the old teachers were still there. So you couldn't just keep using the same one. So anyway, one that I use all the time is that I flew a plane over the Golden Gate Bridge because I did. Nice. It was a tiny little 2-seater biplane. And I was flying it.
But you were with somebody that actually
of course,
knew how to fly it. But they just
wait, you're saying I didn't know how to fly?
Well, I mean, you couldn't just take one up by yourself.
The thing about it is, and it was very true what he said, flying a plane is much easier than driving a car. Oh. Except for taking off and landing. Which is obvious, yeah. Sense. But he said even that part is only as difficult as driving. But the flying itself was there's no, obviously, if you're flying some commercial airline, there's a whole lot of other rules and stress because you've got people and blah, blah, blah. And but up there, you can do anything. Literally, size. Yeah, I was up there for not very long, and within the first, 20 minutes. Are you allowed
to do that? Is that illegal?
He was allowed to do for him to let you? To let me? I don't know. I mean, they can't, what can they say? He was like, hey, do you want to fly it? And I was like, me being me, I was like, sure. By the way, I would not even pretend to be prepared to do something like that now. If I'm, for whatever reason at the moment, if I'm not in some circumstance that I'm used to or prepared for, kill me. I can't take it. But at the time, he was like, you want to...
People relate to that after this year?
That guy was like, hey, do you want to fly? I was like, yeah, sure. And I just started flying. And I just did whatever I wanted up there. Because think about it. You're up there in the sky. There was nothing around. And I was literally just left, right, up, down. Anyway, any direction. I just had this little joystick. And it was crazy. It was tons of fun. And then he goes, again, something I would rather die than do right now. He goes, oh, do you want to feel a couple G's? And I was like, what are you talking about? And then this guy just flew straight down. Straight towards the water. Just, and then he flew up, and that was worse, because I think that's the G's when, I don't know how any of it works. He said, do you want to feel a couple G's? That maybe he was joking, I don't know. But anyway, when he flew down, you feel like you're kind of floating, going straight for the water, and then he flew straight back up, and that was all that pressure down on your face.
Roller coasters.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of like roller coasters, but also they give me an immense headache now.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
but I think they always have, because when I first went on a roller coaster, I was not at all prepared for that, because I'd never been on one, and then my head just flew, and I was like, wow.
Which, by the way, I don't ride roller coasters anymore.
But it's kind of a rush, so I kind of like it.
I don't ride
And you get up there and you see really high. There was one that I liked that was my favorite, where it was a U shape or something, and they take you up one end, hang you so you're looking straight down, and then hold you upside down. It was cool. So it was a very simple motion, but you just went back and forth and it looked really awesome.
Yeah, I'm not down for any of that anymore. At all.
Roller coasters, I doubt you'll ever want to be on again, because once you're an adult, it's kind of that's not really fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sure you will get more okay with doing stuff again and
I'm okay. Whoa! I'm okay doing stuff.
I know, but you get panicked, and that's fine, and I'm sure you will get over it.
No, I just get stressed now, and I never...
I used to get all of that,
I was the least stressed person ever, and I did a bunch of stuff that was generally known as stressful. I lead concerts, I did a lot of public speaking stuff, which, of course, when you do something and then you get used to it, that thing isn't stressful anymore, so I understand that, even though it's a stressful thing, that was something I was doing all the time. So it wasn't like special.
And just because you're one way doesn't mean a different life circumstance can't change it.
Yeah, for sure. No, absolutely.
A lot of people don't want to let themselves think that because they're like, no, I've been this way my whole life.
No, I understand that. This guy's shoes are a little bit blue, so I'm actually going to take away some of the black that I put in there. And I don't think they're actually blue. It's just kind of like, it's a light, like, gray. But it's coming through as a good amount of blue in this picture, so I'm going to be putting some of that back.
And I used to get panic attacks and stressed all the time long ago.
Before I met
which
her. During.
Yeah.
During.
Which I'm mostly over, but with this year, I do feel like when we're in places with lots of people, I'm like, oof, lots of people. This is a little bit stressful.
Yeah.
But, like, the stuff that you're panicking about lately, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, going somewhere new. Flying. I
don't
totally
know.
don't care about flying. I would only care about flying if I was going with somebody who didn't know how to do it.
Going somewhere new.
I mean, going without somebody who knows what they're doing, because I don't know, like, the process and where to go.
I see what you're saying.
How to find where your plane is boarding. How to blah, blah, blah.
I would do better if I did go by myself. But I'm probably not. Well, I don't know. I probably should to give it a try.
I mean, you could to get over it, but there's not really a reason to because we never fly.
Yeah.
But obviously something is going to come up that we're going to want to do.
Right. That we have to fly for.
Yeah. But we'll try and work on it before that happens. Yeah. And if it's not an option, then... But also, you survived the flying that you had a problem with, so it's like you're not going to die.
I have become somewhat of a ninny. And if I'm not feeling tip-top...
But you shouldn't say that, because it's a perfectly fine thing to happen. It happens to a lot of people, so you shouldn't then say, oh, I'm a worthless person.
I'm not saying that I am a worthless person.
I know, but you're saying it like it's a pretty bad thing about...
I think it's a pretty bad thing, because in my mind, I know more about it, obviously, than anyone else. I know more about it to me. And it's just, if I'm at the... and I was never like this, and this is why it does bother me. If I don't feel like in tip-top shape or like feeling really good or not sick at all or whatever you want to call feeling good.
Because you're used to feeling like that most of your life.
I'm like, nah, I'm done. Just get me out. I'm ready. I don't want to do it. Like I would, and
that's where it is kind of a problem for you because you're so not used to it. You're like, this is the worst, and you also don't think about, I can just work on this and get through it, because you're like, you know what, I feel bad. I'm allowed to feel bad because I've never had a problem.
Yeah, that's the
But
other
you just
thing.
Are currently not really in the mindset to work on it, which I don't like, because I want to see you get better and be able to overcome it. Because
I'm also like never sick. I don't take any medication of any kind, even like simple stuff like Advil or little like painkiller things.
You have taken that.
Very few times. I could count it probably on two hands how many times I've taken it in my life.
I don't think so.
Pretty much, yeah. If I have taken...
I've witnessed you taking it probably more than 5 for like
2
headaches
hands.
and stuff. Oh.
If I have taken Advil,
You've probably taken it more than 10 times. But
if I have taken Advil or any sort of normal over-the-counter painkiller, it is less than 40 times in my entire life, without a doubt. And for most people, that 40 times could be within a year. For a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm not dissing that in any way, by the way. I just never felt the need.
Is saving lots of people, but he just hasn't had a need for it. I never
felt the need. I never felt the want. And even when I did feel like, I could take it, I was like, I don't need it. I'd go work 12 hours that day and love it. Yeah.
Which could be bad for some people.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was bad for me.
Yeah. Possibly.
Maybe I burnt myself out.
Yeah.
So anyway. This is the spice of life, so gotta have problems, gotta have things. Yeah. Joe Rogan, something he was saying on his thing, he was like, I have to have struggle. He's like, and since I don't have a lot of struggle, like day-to-day life stuff, I do a lot of gym work.
Yeah.
And it just, that is struggle.
Well,
no matter how...
struggle kind of helps you grow. And...
Yeah, no matter how no matter how much money you got, how fun your job is, or whatever you want to say, if you go to the gym and try to get more muscular or lose weight or whatever, it takes the same amount of work for the richest guy or the poorest guy.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's going to change. You could have really good...
Metabolism or something, you could...
Yes, you could
lose
naturally...
it faster than some people, but you still got to work for it no matter what.
But I will say, I do like that quote, but it also annoys me because what if I don't have the time, or what if a lot of people don't have the time to even go to the gym, right? What if they do really actually want to, but they literally have to work 12 hours a day because they're paycheck to paycheck and they have no choice? You know what I'm saying? Like, so even him saying, oh, I got to have struggle, I got to go to the gym. Well, yeah, but you get everything else that you're doing is, and he worked for that. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying there's more to this than just saying, oh, well, since I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
What if someone wants to eat healthy, but they legitimately don't have the money and they just have to eat whatever they're being given or whatever that, you know.
Exactly.
And eating healthy is expensive.
The bad food is cheap, and fruits and stuff, it's like...
Yeah. It's crazy. So there's so much more. It's
bothersome, but it's understandable because the cheap stuff is cheap to make because they're using trash for it.
Yep.
And good stuff they actually have to grow and take care of.
Yep. So yeah, it can be really... Well, the skin looks really good. Look over here.
Ooh, nice. I like it.
Let's see what Esther's doing. I've been on mine for quite some time.
I've been doing... It's going to look like I've not done a lot because I've been doing very little
things.
Details in the flowers. But
that's kind of what you do. That's kind of how you...
Yeah. I did do his hair. Not all the way, but most of it. Probably to the stage where you just have to come back through and
do some stuff, yeah.
I love... Woo! Just dropped it. This is my favorite brush to use. Script.
Yeah.
Size 1. Each brush is kind of sized differently, so it's kind of difficult to like a size 1.
They're not compared to. They're not compared to anything other than themselves.
Yes, so and then some of them are measured like 1/3, 1/2, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Because the 1/2 of some is bigger than the one of
they're not
another.
Some are by inches, very few, but they'll say like 1/2 inch, which still is impossible to understand and compare it to anything because it's like where's 1/2 inch? The tip, the base, it's
yeah. So you
brushes
have
are
to
compared to themselves and other brushes.
In the style, this one's script. So script, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can kind of visualize that because they're all the same, like general shape. They're just a little bit thicker each one, and then you have to go. This one is a
and we bought these brushes first in person, and I think that is actually important. Yes, of course you can go buy these online. I think you
and I bought them online recently, but after
we knew what sizes, and you could and should buy them online. I see no issue with that. But
speaking of which, I need to order the rest that we were looking at.
Yeah, that would be smart. But honestly, I can do everything with this one brush. I love this brush. I would just buy. I just mean like
this one that I used to use all the time. I don't anymore because it's not as good as it used to be. So I generally don't use this one just because it's not.
You
can
have
literally. A nice tip. But if I get a new one of these, then I'll be able to use it.
And you start feeling it, and the other thing that happens that wouldn't be, obviously the tip goes bad, and that can be generally understood, artist or not, but it feels rough. It feels like sandpaper on the page.
I don't like it.
When it gets old. The hairs are out of line, and it's rough.
And you can tell how it applies the paint is not nice.
Yeah, these new brushes, honestly, this suit looks a lot better. Obviously, because I spent time on it, but also with the new brush. I mean, look at that. Oh, I just put in some of the veil shading. So this is how that works on the skin. You use the skin tone itself to kind of go through. We'll probably be living for quite some time today because we really need to paint a lot. And when we paint on live, we paint a lot longer.
We paint
When we paint on live, we paint. When we paint on live, we just seem to paint for a lot longer and
distracted.
And for a lot. Not that we don't like the painting, we really like it, but guys, even if you do something you like, that phrase like do something you love, you never work a day in your life. I really don't like it.
I really don't know.
Yeah, it's really not. It's really not the case because everything I've ever done for work, I've really, really enjoyed. I've done art, band, music, teaching. Everything that I've done, I've picked. And there's been days I'm like, dang,
don't want to go today.
Don't want to do it.
And that's fine.
And I still like it. It doesn't mean that I don't like it because I don't want to do it that day or don't feel like it or whatever.
It's just life.
It's just how it goes. So doing what you love, you're still going to work.
Sometimes you have to work harder because usually what you love isn't a normal desk job, 9 to 5. It's something that you have to go out and
find. Make, do.
Exactly. Then you got to do all the stuff yourself.
But it's fun because a lot of those pieces of the do-it-yourself I enjoy sometimes even more than the actual teaching and the music. Yes, I love that. I will always love that. But I love marketing. I love like emailing people and just I like all that stuff. And that's the stuff Esther is going to be learning to like as well.
I don't. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm saying you're going to have to learn to. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like Esther needs to know, like when this new round of teachers and stuff, Esther's gonna have the schedule too, and be able to say like, oh, this spot's open and like answer questions, and she'll sign into the schedule and be able to respond to people that are like, oh, can I have a lesson?
And I'll be like, no. I want my husband home earlier. You're not
no. That's the whole point. The more you do this, the more I'll be home because I can give it to the other teachers.
Yes, I know.
That's the whole point. I know. But that's the whole point, is that if you start helping me with that.
It's almost like that's the whole point.
It's almost like.
Me just quoting memes all day.
Well, we both love that. Well, I lost the little shade that I did on his face, so I'm bringing it back. I do that a lot, and honestly, it's just because, well, I could get better at it. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh. But also, that's just kind of how it works. Like, and you kind of same things, and then you blend it, and it's like, oh, yep, that's gone.
Yeah,
put it on again.
Watercolor's kind of like that, but also there's.
But it helps it look gooder.
Wow, that was bad.
Helps it look gooder at the end. So that's
helps it look gooder. That was pretty bad. that was quite bad. Helps it look gooder.
I do stuff like that while I'm reading a lot because my mind sees like the next word, but I'm still on a different word, and then it like blends together in my brain. Only if I'm reading out loud, of course.
True.
Which I don't do often, but I'll like read devotionals or stuff.
Let's be clear. Esther used to refuse to read out loud, and would not read things or like order.
Thank you for airing that out. The world definitely needed to know that.
That was a long time ago. I think it is nice for people to know because then they see that you've come a long way.
True. But I'm good just seeing that myself, you know?
No, absolutely not. The cool and sad thing is that Esther has changed a lot and all positive, and I have seemed to be changed quite a lot and not all positive.
That's alright.
Everybody's
got their stages.
But it's just...
But you just let yourself a little bit too much be like, oof, I guess I'm just the worst now. And you need to not think that so that you can be like, oh, I don't like this thing that's now changed about me. Let me work on it.
Yeah. Well, but I also work on a lot of things, so I don't know if that's really what I'm doing.
And I think a lot of stuff your mindset will change a lot once you get back to, you basically had like a year-long hiatus. Summer schedule, and your summer schedule is very kind of all over the place.
My summer schedule always annoyed me anyway.
Exactly, and every year, even when he was having his best year, Christmas break in summer, he'd be like, ooh, this is the worst. So now he's just had that for like a year and a half.
Yeah, true.
When he gets back to doing stuff, his mindset will get better, which means then he'll
potentially. We can't just say it will.
I am pretty certain it will, but if it doesn't, then we'll go from there.
If it doesn't, oh damn. That's right. That's right. I had to pause there for a second. If it doesn't,
you helped me get over a lot of my stuff, so now it's my turn.
Nice, that'd be awesome. It's a good song. What the heck? This was like.
I know. I love all this music.
Yeah, this music.
And it's just
but
like
this one doesn't,
background, totally chill, and I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. This one doesn't fit, but I really like it. Turned it up for you also. Make sure you can hear it. Since we were commenting on it.
They want to hear us.
Yes, but since I was directly commenting on it, I was like, what if they can't hear it? Oh, I like your song, it's a vibe. And they're like, can't.
Are you mental? Yes. A little bit.
Definitely.
But that's the spice of life.
Facts.
Just everything that happens.
No. Just anything negative. No positive spice of life. The spice of life, anything bad. I'm mental. Spice of life. Darn, I'm just not. I need to wait. Now, and that's the other thing is once you do a section and you're like, oh, I'm going to come back and work on that, you have to wait for it to completely dry.
And you are impatient.
Yeah, well, it's also just I don't know what else to do on this dress part.
Then you just gotta relax.
Okay, well, there's a few things.
What else of the painting do you need to do?
Very little, that's the
Let's
thing.
take a look.
Well, we're on yours right now.
You could do his hair?
Yeah, I'm going to do his hair. We're on yours.
I think, does he have a hand that's visible, or is it all behind the flowers?
He has a cuff that's visible, and it's white,
there's
so...
no hand. Ooh, very soothing.
Ooh. Very soothing. Turns out we just watch anime all the time.
And we live for it because anime is the spice of life.
And we kind of enjoy it. I don't know, I thought I'd throw that in there.
It's great. It's just great.
It's very enjoyable.
If I could just watch one thing for the rest of time, it would be anime.
Yeah.
It's so
if I was told I only got like
it's so funny that people used to get made fun of for that. Now it's trendy, and they're probably real mad.
Yeah.
They're going around, I watched that before it was cool.
Yes.
And you're like, well, cringe, buddy.
Well, cringe, buddy. Wow. Well, cringe, buddy. Yeah, our friend was always happy that we now say we like it a lot.
Because he likes it.
Because he always talked about it and was like, watch this one, watch this one. We were like,
no.
And then we did. He was like, yas.
For me, Aunt Joni got me into it because we went over to your parents' house and watched that Studio Ghibli movie, and I was like, this is great.
Oh, yeah, Studio Ghibli, not really anime.
Yeah, that's not really.
Well, anime is a show.
Anime, per
se. Anime is literally a
But that's what got me interested in actual anime. Yeah.
And she also loves to say that because she likes to tell this friend of ours that he had nothing to do with it, which isn't really the case.
Because he likes to say that he did often.
Well, he kind of did.
Like, but you didn't, bro.
But he did, though, at the same time.
But what I do tell him, I'm not the worst friend ever.
But kind of.
But sometimes. I do tell him he did get us into shows, though, because
well,
I
that's
was
what
just
we're watching
looking
right
at
now,
anime movies after I was introduced. And then he was like, Avatar, which, again, you wouldn't really traditionally call that anime, I don't think.
People call that like watch this and then you'll watch other actual.
Yes, so we watched that, loved it, and then went on to anime
shows. But as the story goes, Esther said, I don't want to watch that with you guys. That's dumb.
Here's the thing, I had seen it before when I was young with this girl that I babysat, which I did not like that experience at all, so I think I just translated to, it was bad.
So Nate and I started watching it.
Because I didn't actually sit down and watch it with her, but it was just like playing sometimes.
Esther missed it the first couple episodes, then started watching and was like, Best thing ever.
Literally only 2 episodes I missed, and then
Yes.
I was like, when we finished the series, I was like, oh, it's over.
Let's go
And I
back
was
and
like,
watch
oh, I missed some, but it was only 2.
And she
and I was
thought
like,
it was
oh.
a lot more than 2.
Yeah, which I think. Oh, no, we had finished it. We went back and watched the 2 episodes that I had missed. Also on that trip, that Pine Mountain Lake trip,
Which
where
we
we
listened
listened
to
to
the
Avatar
song.
Love thing.
Yes.
And that is just my happy song now.
Yeah.
And I almost like hear it, it makes me happy, and then I don't want to hear it so that I don't stop feeling that way. You know?
You don't want to listen to it too much.
Yeah.
And make it stale.
So if I hear it, it's usually like on an Instagram video or something.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I guess,
Because
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not
we don't sit
usually
down
playing around.
And
then I don't like go and listen to the song after. I just
Sure.
let that little piece be like,
well, here,
ooh,
go grab your
happiness,"
thing. Let's
and
show it to
then
him.
Oh, yeah. My
We've been on your camera for so long, and you've done...
Because I've been talking, okay, Mrs. I was just saying, I don't get distracted. I focus on the painting. Don't get distracted by live, and now I have painted very little, and he's painted a lot. I also have to go back to the
Well, guys, she's gone. No.
Okay, you show them this. I have to go to the bathroom. Here you go.
No, I will not show it to him.
Oh,
When Esther's
wait.
done at the... Yeah, I'll wait for you. When Esther's done, she's going to show you guys this cool thing that I got her. And it's cool. So anyway, look at my mustache. I trimmed my beard and I really liked how it turned out, but then Esther's like, I liked it really big, but I wanted the sides just slim. I did it myself and I honestly should have went and got it done. There's a couple little like divots, but honestly, you can't have a perfect beard trim. If you go somewhere and do it, the day they do it, you're gonna be like, oh, this was perfect. And the very next day, it's like, oh, I don't like how it looks. So there's always gonna be a little bit of something. But anyway, Esther's walking back in. I will turn my light here. Got that good light. There it is. So, yeah. Boy, my mustache is going. I need to trim that one hair. That one hair is like way longer than all. And that happens all the time. One day it's like, oh, it's all perfectly trimmed because I just cut it a while. There she is. So yes, let us see Esther's box. Oh yes, there it is.
Cute.
Yeah.
No.
Oh wow, looks amazing.
He's so cute, but I can never do it at like a good speed. So.
I'll do it. So I got her this as a gift. It was one of those like super sketchy websites off of like Instagram.
And I had seen an ad for this exact thing for like his birthday, and I almost got it, and then I was like, this is a site I've never seen before. It's probably not even gonna come. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. So she. So anyway, I'll show you what it sounds like. Let me turn off this other music. Okay. Listen. I mean, how could that song not make you happy? I'm holding it very close to the microphone, so you're getting kind of the squeak of the... Here, let me hold it this way.
The squeak.
Anyway, super cool, and that thing's engraved, and that's what it's called, and the 2 characters.
And then I think of driving around looking for
Yeah, what we would do, we were looking for feathers.
Beautiful nature.
Yeah, we were looking for feathers for my hats, because I wanted to get feathers from like each trip, so when you go to Tahoe, we have to look for feathers. And anyway, I had the car on autopilot, and I would slow it down all the way to 5 miles per hour. So we were just barely creeping along, and I didn't have to really necessarily... There wasn't a lot of people there, so I didn't have to like just pay attention to driving. I was paying attention while driving. But we could look out the window because it was only going 5 miles an hour. So I'm gonna notice if something comes up and stop. So anyway, it was super, super fun.
And we found some fantastic feathers.
Oh yeah. All right, so back to Esther's painting. Esther, talk to us.
Oh no, you have to work. What should I do?
I don't know.
Guess I could do his vest. Gotta mix up color though. I don't want to put that into screen anymore because then I'll get it on the painting.
Alright, I have very little left to do on the dress. But I do need to add a little something down here. I need to add a little... It's like a total blank spot.
Kind of out of purple, I gotta reach over to the big palette.
I'll get back to where you guys can see mine. So look, Esther, you right click it, preview and edit. Now it's in this little box with an edit source and an X. So then you click this, so now they're not seeing this. So you click this, then you click this, then you click exit, and then you can go to it. So now it's nice.
I want to say I'll remember that, but I won't.
Gotta get my light back though. There's my light. So yeah, I mean the dress is pretty much done. Usually there'd be more to the dresses, but again, it just really is overexposed in the picture. And again, it's a great picture. I'm not saying it's a bad picture, but for the painting, we usually have more. But by the way,
we've been doing
kind of
pretty
like it.
detailed dresses lately.
Yeah, a lot of these. I like it overexposed.
But this
it's kind of
is
cool.
kind of back to our original dress style.
Very
When
loose.
we first started, we did a lot of simple dresses.
Yes. So I'm just going to be adding veil stuff.
Sorry.
Did you...
This is a problem with all these stuff around while we're painting.
No, just gotta...
I mean, it's not a problem, but I keep crashing into like the tripods and... Well, not really, because they're on the table. But I guess I just have my water thing in a bad spot. So I keep, simple fix, but you know, I definitely am smart and didn't think of that. What?
Nothing.
So
getting the veil going. And the veil is really going all over, like she has it coming right out of here, out of the top, and then going over this way. So there's veil. The whole thing's a veil. It's covering the whole dress, which is just not as common of a style. So I have to really watch. I have to just make some fun little details and angles. My stomach is grumbling. I've some matcha tea in the fridge.
Is that gonna help my hunger?
I don't think so.
I have chicken to do lettuce wrap, delicious.
Oh, true.
Or I have chow mein noodles that I made.
Yep. That we took over to our cousin, who's recovering from a surgery that went really well. Yeah, this is pretty much done. I have a little bit left to do his skin, and then we'll be all set. And his hair, obviously, I mean, you can see that the hair hasn't been done. But he has this, he has a chin, but his jaw here, it's very soft and it's blended in both directions. And I so much would rather have one side crisp, but it just isn't. It makes sense that it's soft on both sides because of the lighting and everything. So if I do a hard edge there, it's kind of inconsistent, but it looks good for the painting. So again, that's where I have to make that decision. Okay, how do I choose to do it? Because I like how that looks, so I think I'm going to keep that. Because once I put his ear in, it'll make more sense. And of course his hair. Since the hair's not there at all, a lot of it isn't making sense. Doing her ear. This, though, the live and the painting, is pretty much all fun. Yeah. Speaking of never working a day and all that. Because while on live, I could definitely sit and paint for hours and hours. But I don't know, not on live, I don't feel like I can. Because honestly, I mean, you saw we didn't live as much for a little while because we were redoing microphones and the new software and all that stuff. And I didn't feel like painting, I'll be honest. What about you?
Well, no, I kind of did.
You felt like painting?
Yeah, I remember.
Gosh, why didn't you?
I asked you and you said, nope, we gotta do it for the live tomorrow.
Well, you can come in here and paint. I'm gonna stop you.
I don't know when it was. Anyways. Well, then I didn't want to do all the stuff that I do and have nothing to paint when you wanted to paint on the light.
Oh, well, I mean, you can always learn to do more of the things.
I know. But it's hard.
No one's stopping you. No, I'm stopping you.
Ugh. I've been getting back into my yoga.
Good.
And by that, I mean it's only been 2 days. But
oh, I'm sorry, guys.
I'm gonna do it today.
Nice.
Feels a little bit cooler today to me, but maybe that's just me.
It is cooler today. But also we're inside, so I mean
I know, but yesterday was super hot. I think we turned the air off really early.
We did turn the air off. I don't think it was super early, huh? That we turned it off.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It was hot.
It got hot upstairs quickly, is what she's saying.
Yeah. But today, it feels good.
And she was correct.
So
see when I put the ear in?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it looks better right now. I understand. But watch. I just have to blend this edge away.
And then also you have to account for his hair.
Yes. But the negative painting in the ear, love that. That's basically how we always do the ears. And by we, I mean me.
Nice.
Esther does... No, what?
No, nothing. I was just saying.
Esther does... I do the second layer of skin and then the ear's always on the second layer. But see that? Isn't that cool? Just puts a shadow right behind the ear. And yeah, the hair will change a lot. He looks like a thumb right now.
Oh, poor guy.
Well, that's not what he actually looks like, just in the painting.
I know. So it's a poor guy because we're making him look like a thumb and he doesn't look like a thumb. But we'll get him some hair.
A little bit of detail in the ear. There we go, boom. You can't really see that little detail I just did there, so I'm going to bring it up closer. There you go. Yeah, this one's turning out really good. I am glad. Because it was interesting. It was a little different than what we've done the last couple times.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about this chair. I just absolutely despise it.
Wow.
Makes so much noise.
Not really sorry because thrashing
I was
around
just
like
not redoing. Well, I did redo some things. Esther was helping me redo some of my other channels stuff. which is Method to the Melody. If you want to learn an instrument, hit me up. I teach music. That's my normal day-to-day thing. And anyway, we were redoing some of the thumbnails of some of the videos. Well, I can actually show you them because they turned out really good. Let's see. There's a way to do it. I can come to here. I can click plus. I can go image, video. I can go to here. I'm just on my computer going through some. I
heard something next door.
Go to here.
Crashing around.
Go to videos. Go to the thumbnail. Here's a cool one. Here's the clarinet. Why is it upside down? Oh. There you go. Isn't that cool?
Do it upside down.
So anyway, that's Method to the Melody. That's my look, love. Looks cool.
Busy.
Filled
Thank
up the whole
you very
screen.
much. 1 second. Oh yeah.
So anyway, that's the thumbnail of the videos, and then they all have different instruments each one. Weird. I need to learn how to use this software a little more.
The living software?
Yeah, the new live software. Here's a cool saxophone one. There we go. So yeah, we're making this. Sorry, I just went black for a little while. Oh no, that's kind of cool. It shows like a TV screen, thing like that.
Oh, interesting.
And there it is, Method to the Melody, Purposeful Practice, Saxophone, page 3. So yeah, that's how it works. Oh, I can click this. Oh, okay. Then I can get it ready before I switch over to it. Here's a trumpet one. And then I click transition. Nice. There's a trumpet one. So look, if you want to show a picture of something, you click one of these boxes, and then you click image or video. You can show anything. And then you just go into the files.
Nice.
Audio hasn't lagged one speck yet.
That's good.
And then I'm going to go back to Esther's painting. And then while she's painting, I'll get rid of those images because we're not showing them anymore. Cool. Oh, that's our intro. Whoops, I'm back to our intro. It's called Preset 11. Oh, okay. But I can rename it. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys, you just seen our intro there for a second. I'll hit play on it because it's kind of cute.
Yeah, we're kind of cute.
There it is. Look at that.
It's no big deal.
We're not starting soon. We've actually already started. Don't worry. But I need to rename this one. I'm going to call it Intro. There we go. And then I'll go back to Esther's camera. She's painting right now. I'm just kind of messing around, you know. And the chords are all messed up. We have a thing coming that are going to help. But once the chord things comes, we're going to Velcro everything down to the back of the desk. So like this, love, watch, it'll be really cool. Like right here. Do you see what I'm saying?
Perfect. Yes, I did.
And so then when it's not anywhere on the desk at all. Not taking up any of our room. All the chords will be behind and hidden.
It's not taking up a lot of room right now, but that'll be
No, but
good.
it'll take up none.
That'll be good to have. Yep.
You'll just reach right over the back like this. Look.
Perfect.
And then, you know, we Velcro it so that if we do want to change it at some point, we can, right? I'm not going to try and glue it or something, or tape it down or something.
My ankle.
What's wrong with
My ankle. I think I must have, like, done something when I was young. Because it literally feels like bad.
But didn't you complain about your joints a lot when you were young?
Yes, but my right ankle has always been the worst, and something pops continuously in it. I can feel it all day, every day. Go get it checked out? No, because I'm dumb.
No, because we want to talk about it. We want to have something to talk about. It's the spice of life.
And I do very vividly remember, like, a handful of times, something popped when I was younger in that ankle, and I, like, could not stand on it until it popped again. Multiple times.
That sounds not great.
Yeah, so I did something to it when I was young, and I've never checked it out, so now I just continuously have trouble with it. And, like, when I stretch out my legs in front of me, like, flat on the ground, behind that angle, it's like...
Behind that angle.
It's like not pins and needles, but it's like... How do you express it?
Sorry, just the way she said ankle was heck of
I know. My voice got stuck.
Your voice got stuck?
What is the word that I'm looking for? Like splintering, kind of. Feeling behind when I stretch it all the way. And it doesn't have the same...
Esther's got athlete's foot.
And it doesn't have the same range of motion as
athlete's foot is
as my left foot has. Something gross, I think.
Yeah, it's like fungus.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do you like the thought of having that?
I don't.
Do you have it?
Much? No.
Good.
Because I'm not an athlete. How do you get it?
I don't even know. Okay, her arm is a little too pale underneath the veil. Her arm is a little too pale, so I'm going to put another layer here. Yeah, and we're often just talking about what we're doing. We're not always on the cam of who's talking. But I enjoy saying out loud what I'm doing.
Can you get me a paper towel?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Are they next to me?
Yep.
I need a new one as well. Alright, his skin looks good. I'm going to do his hair so I don't have to keep looking at his hair being weird. Just blank.
Huh? What? Talking to me? You talking to me? Oh, yeah. Do it.
Alright, here comes his hair. I'm trying to find the black tube of paint, but I don't see it.
I have the white and I have the blue.
Oh, it's right here.
Wow, I turned away to clear my throat and I turned directly into microphone.
Really?
Yep. Smart.
Alright, here comes his hair. It's pretty much black. Alright, love, without looking, how long have we been living?
45.
An hour and 10.
Whoa. What?
Sorry, sometimes I'm listening to the audio. And I just heard the part where Esther said, I cleared my throat and looked straight into the microphone.
Just Esther things.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry if sometimes I'm not. I hopefully soon, I will not have to be checking the audio during it. But honestly, I mean, that's just how it goes. Usually when you have live event type stuff with multiple cams and all this stuff, you have someone taking care of all the audio and the switcher and all that. But we're literally doing all that ourselves. So, I mean, usually there's someone checking the audio and listening to the playback. Like, I help with the live stream stuff at the church. And we have like 4 people watching the live and seeing that the audio is all correct and stuff. So I mean, like,
yeah, it makes
at
sense.
all times
No
you do have to check
stuff
something.
We're always gonna every once in a while.
Yeah, there's gonna be some sort of
That's just the nature of live things.
But today's the first time back with the new stuff. So, I mean, it wasn't working at all, let me tell you. Most of our lives worked, but in general, in between all the lives and before we were really living, there were so many issues and troubleshooting. And I mean, let's hear what Esther has to say about it. She probably has a lot.
Wait, what?
Tell him about, like how much. Tell him from your point of view all the work and time and things that I was doing and saying. Well, I know, but it's hecka funny, and I just wonder what you think of me being in here for hours yelling, test.
Oh, you can do that. You do what you're doing. I let you.
Darn, I just wanted a story.
I've been telling stories all day.
Well, yeah, but I wanted to hear about that. I wanted to hear your point of view.
Well, you're getting a little bit intense.
Wait, right now?
No, when you were trying to get it all figured out.
Oh, okay.
Why isn't it working?
Yes, this is the story I want.
Got a lot of different stuff to try and make it work. There's so many packages coming and going. And then you were like, multiple times, all right, this is it. It's
that
gonna
is
work.
so unfair.
And then it didn't work, and you'd be like, impossible!
Honestly, she's right though. So many times I was like, all right. Finally. It's foolproof. Never have to even turn it on. It's just all going at just perfect. And no.
But he is a good boy, and he sticks to it. After like a couple tries, I would have been like, all right, we're not doing lives anymore.
So true.
Which is funny because in some things I'm much more patient than you are.
Yes.
And in others it's the other way around.
Yes. But also my patient is just not giving up, but I'm like frantically. The packages would come, I would run outside in like my boxers and a freaking bathrobe. Obviously our bag, it's not like just out in the open. But I'm saying, I'm running out there, I'm grabbing the stuff, I'm ripping it open, throwing the trash everywhere, throwing all the packaging, and like Esther picked it up,
and then
running to the other room.
And then I try and clean it up, and he's like, don't throw any of that away.
Oh yeah,
don't
because that's the other thing. She would try to pick it up, and then I might want to be returning it because I was just testing it. And the super cool thing with like Amazon and stuff, right, is their returns are so easy to deal with. So I would just be like, no, just keep that. And some of these things, honestly, I still plan on returning because you can legitimately keep it, use it, try it for 30 days, and then just return it.
Everything we have now that...
I think everything we have now is... I think... it's perfect. We're never... No, there'll always be things to get... I do like the microphones that we're using now. I had this old one that I'd been trying to use, and I really just found out last night that I've had it for like 4 years, so I really can't complain. And I've used it. And I've used it a bunch for a lot of things. Most of the Method to the Melody videos were recorded with that microphone. Like, it wasn't extremely expensive, and I used it for a lot of stuff. So I really shouldn't be complaining, but I do. I'm like, no, I spent money on that, and I have to keep using it forever. Things can't go bad. And that's just how my mind works.
My mind.
Like, it wasn't even like super expensive. Like, I don't need to, I always get things that I feel like are going to be good, but are either on a sale. Like, I got it used. I even bought it used when I first got it. And honestly, a lot of people are like, don't buy electronics used. And I guess I'm saying that it's not working, so maybe that's right, but I did have it for like 4 years.
Yeah, and it worked great for a while.
Yeah,
so.
My iPad was used, but I do like the Amazon refurbished, where they have checked it, looked at it, and again, if it doesn't work, I can return it. So I don't know.
I just had the little bit of leftover coffee. Oh yeah. But it's now mostly melted because I put a lot of ice.
It's now mostly mental.
Oh, boy.
If I can get something.
Right. Anyways. Now the ice is all melted, but I make my own ice, so it's just tap water and it tastes disgusting.
Oh. If I can get something for less expensive, I will.
That's why.
Everything's breaking. No,
that's why we're where we're at.
True.
Right.
Yep.
People think teen years are live it up years. And I'm like, not real.
Saved ish money.
Do your school.
Well, but come on now.
Get a part-time
you
job.
weren't like
save.
that in
I know, but now looking back, but they don't care about people looking back. They're like, what do you know? We live our own life. And then they get older, and maybe not everyone. That was my wrists cracking. Anyways, I did exactly what I'm saying.
That's ridiculous.
I did my school. I got a job, saved all my money.
Yep,
and now I have lots of money.
And still has a bunch of it left, even though she hasn't been working.
Pretty simple. But everybody likes different things. Some people would rather have trips and experiences and memories than have the money.
Honestly, trips are overrated.
But to each their own.
Trips are overrated if you can make it to where...
To each their own. Trips are overrated.
Trips are overrated. If you can... I'm not dissing anybody. Everybody can do their own thing.
But I love trips, and I have that trip that now always inspires joy when I hear
wouldn't
the song.
You rather be able to really enjoy your time where you live and at your house and have things that you do there that
yes,
I want...
and I do, but I also like to take a couple trips.
Yeah, a couple, but we're not trip takers.
Not big planned trips. If plane tickets are involved, we ain't doing it. And that
well, that's a little separate now because of
and that yeah, but even if you didn't panic on them, just because we've never
we're not into flying now.
I'd been on like one plane trip before that, but I was honestly, I didn't care, wasn't stressed because both times other people planned it, they knew what they were doing, I just had to follow them, hand whatever paper to whatever people. And the last trip we went on, I had my maiden name on my license, and the boarding ticket had my new name.
And they were upset about
that. And I still was just like, well, if it don't work, we ain't going.
Oh, well, I think on
but I wasn't,
trip, we probably would have figured it out.
I probably, if it then
and I'm so annoyed
would have freaked out, but on the way I was like, whatever.
Yeah. I'm so annoyed because after the fact, I'm like, I talk out loud like, oh, I can't. I after the fact, I'm like, I could get on that plane easy. I'll be fine. And gosh, the minute I'm on there, I'm like, let me up. I'll be honest, guys. I tried to get off the plane the second time. We were all on. We had been on. I was started
backing up, and he's like, call the flight attendant, get me off.
No. It was before we backed up. The minute we backed up, I sat down. Still freaking out, but I understood that we
when they started closing the doors and get your
when they started closing the doors and saying we're leaving, I said, let me off. I'll rent a car. I'll drive home.
And honestly, because I have very little experience of you panicked or
first of all, I'm not that. So she hasn't just not seen it. I've never had that happen.
I did very fine on the way there when you were freaking out.
Yes.
Even though I'd not experienced that before.
Yes. But on
the way back, if Dad hadn't been in our row and told you, just sit down, you're going to be fine, I definitely would have been like, okay, get him off now.
I don't know. I think we still would have been on, but you would have been quite upset. I think we still would have not gone off. I don't think you would have let me.
I tried to get you off, though.
Oh, really?
They would have probably been like, sit down.
No, they probably would have let us at that point. When I was asking to get off, it was...
They wouldn't have been too happy about it, but I guess they probably,
they wouldn't have been happy about it, but... To be honest, I am surprised... I was really freaking out. That's always what we're saying, but really honest, I was freaking out. No one... even
on the way back, nobody noticed. On the way there, I hit the help button because you literally he wasn't saying anything to me, so I thought he couldn't speak because he has had that happen before when he had one of those episodes. I don't think I had seen you having. You had told me, hey, back a while years ago, I had this thing and I couldn't move my arms and I was speaking gibberish.
No,
you said that.
Yeah, I could still always speak. No,
but anyways. So on the way there, when it first started happening, I hit the button to have the flight attendant.
And people noticed, but they were just chilling.
And I was like, he's having issues. And then a nurse was on the flight who didn't work for the flight, but she was just there, so she came over.
It looks like a seizure. It really does.
And the lady behind you, there was a lady behind you, and they moved me into her row because they were trying to get to George because he was on the inside
seat. Was very nice.
And she was like, what is going on? Is he okay? And I think we attracted more of a scene the first time, obviously, because
But the second time I was making so much noise.
I called people over.
Yeah.
The second time, I didn't call everyone over because we were prepared.
Okay, this cord is about to...
We'd got him little stress balls and ice packs and stuff. Yeah. But I definitely...
Guys, I'm just pitiful.
People definitely noticed the second time, but what are they going to do? hey, can you stop having a panic attack, sir? You're causing a scene.
Well, right, I understand.
They just were like, okay,
but I don't know.
Trying to get through my flight, ignore this guy freaking out, but they definitely heard us.
Oh, there's no doubt that they heard.
And you weren't like super loud, but
I
like
wasn't
the people
screaming.
around you could see.
I wasn't screaming and yelling. I'm not a
something
complete...
going on, but
yeah, I'm not like.
But we were talking the entire flight because we had to talk to him to calm him down, and usually that's not what you do on a flight. You don't just sit there.
Correct.
But it was a short flight. It was only 2 hours, so
even
some
less.
people
Even less. It was like an hour 15. The flight back was so short.
It was.
The flight back was so short.
I think it was like an hour 45, maybe.
Oh, okay. So short. Yes.
But yeah, it did make the flight go real fast.
Real fast. Oh,
me both
no,
times.
me too. Me too.
Because I had to focus on you.
The thing is
and I was very calm the first time.
Yes.
On the way back, you were a lot worse, so I had a bit of a breakdown for a second, but I was
better.
Fast.
I was better physically on the way back. My hands didn't.
Yes,
guys, it's like a seizure. I mean, I'm not.
Emotionally, you were worse.
Yeah, much worse.
But it's not like a seizure because you haven't had that, and that's pretty jarring.
It's kind of like a seizure. I'm not telling. I'm not.
But
I'm not
if I saw you have a seizure, that would be a lot different of a thing.
I'm not diminishing other people's things and actual
Which is why
seizures.
I think you shouldn't say that because you haven't experienced that.
Well, I lose control of my hands. They start folding up.
But I think maybe I just don't know the definition of seizure. But when I think of a seizure, it's like shaking and you're completely out of it.
Correct, but there's different levels. People can have a stroke and be chilling. Grandpa had a stroke. Maybe it's kind of like a stroke.
I don't know too much medical stuff, I guess.
Maybe it's kind of like a stroke.
Oh, maybe.
Because Grandpa...
But it was not. We got him checked out.
No, it was not.
They said, it's just a panic attack. That's what we thought.
Well, but that's just them secondhand months, weeks after it happened. Now, I do believe that it's a panic attack. I'm not trying to say it's something else. But there's no way they could really know with what they said. They literally just talked to me. They just talked to me.
Isn't that crazy?
I know, right?
You have to be able to express what you're... Right. If you can't say what's actually happening... Which, how could you? Because you don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about, but somehow it works out for not everybody, but...
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, the doctor was great.
Doctors are effective in their...
Yeah, I had no problems with it.
But they also misdiagnose also, and people get super mad, but it's like, they can't know what you're feeling. They just have to take what you're telling them and...
I know, it's really weird, especially
use
with
their knowledge
super
and think of what
undefined stuff with like what I was dealing with.
Exactly.
Like, what can they do? They weren't there.
They're out here trying to help you, so...
But yeah, I lose all feeling in my hand. No, not all feeling. It feels like super asleep. Like I slept on it all night. Like...
And it can get like stuck in a position.
Yes, more
and then,
aggressive.
Like stuff starts to fall asleep. Your face,
yeah,
your
my
ears,
my chest.
Which is probably scary.
Yeah, it is. My chest falls asleep, so pins and needles in my chest, and aggressive pins and needles, like movement pins and needles, like.
Oof, that would be horrible.
And then it goes to my face and my nose and my forehead. And I feel it throughout that. If anyone has dealt with any of this, please comment and tell me what you do.
See, when I had like panic attacks and stuff, it was not physical.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like nothing.
Yeah.
That made me think, oh, this is a problem. It's just like having a mental breakdown, crying and such.
Right. I did cry on the way back. I don't cry.
I know, you like almost never cry.
Yeah, that's what was weird.
But I think it was good for me to see you like that because I had never had you have any problems, and I literally had nightmares of you being panicked about something because I'd never seen you like that, and I
would imagine it.
Yes, and I always remember dreams, and I have very vivid dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a couple that you were like panicked about something, and it was like dreadful. No, before I'd seen that, so now I feel kind of
strange.
Calm because I know I reacted calmly, and I.
What annoys me, what I've thought about, what I have not talked about, is like, you know, if we have kids and we're going somewhere and want to take a trip, like I'm gonna be another issue.
But that's well in the future, so you can work on it until then, and I'm sure you'll be able to overcome it.
You think?
I think so.
But you're just saying that to make me feel good.
No, I'm saying that because I overcame stuff that at the time you were like, you can get past this, and I was like, no, there's no way I can not react like this.
I guess, yeah, that's the truth.
So I know that you can do the same. You just gotta work on it, and you gotta have the mindset that you can get over it.
Look at this part. I love this part. Look what I just did to their brow. See the two
yes,
brows?
oh, that art makes it look nice.
By the way, anybody watching, if you want faces done, we've done faces. It's just not part of this
But it's
style.
just not really great for the scale that we have.
No, it's not good for these. That's what I'm saying. For this style, it just, I've done faces on this size, and sure, somebody could do it a lot better than me. I'm not saying like, oh, the faces just don't look good. There's people who do mini faces, they look fantastic. That's just not something we do. But if you do want it...
With watercolor at this size, I personally don't like the look of it. I think it kind of ruins our aesthetic.
Right. Again, for this style. But if you see, I've seen mini face...
Yeah.
And they look amazing. That's just not something that we... But we can do it if it's wanted. We've done it before for multiple different people.
I do like when we have not full bodies and you do the face details.
Correct, yeah.
So then it's like closer up and you can actually do it well.
Exactly. That's the thing, guys.
Not
the
that you
larger,
can't do it well smaller, but I just don't.
Right.
I don't personally like it.
The larger the painting, the easier it is, right? Because
and it's not even that much larger. It's just
no. But I'm saying when people do those big photorealistic paintings, yes, there's people that have that amazing skill that they can paint something tiny and make it look really detailed and cool. But the bigger something is, the bigger the details are, meaning easier to paint. So with this size, whimsical, right? A thought of the face, a little detail, a little shadow of the brow. It looks cool. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my thing where I darken in some parts of the flowers. And it just kind of gives a little more dimension to them. I also literally do just little dots. And I call that fake realism. And because, again, speaking of details, any detail makes it look more detailed. So if you add small strokes of darker color, it's like, oh, there's detail there. And the eye, with this size of painting and this style, it's like, oh, that's detailed.
I'm gonna have to watch this live through and see if you can hear my many popping joints. 'Cause now my hip just popped pretty loud.
Going back to Esther's cam. Oh, Esther, just put it onto your face.
And
1 second, Esther's gonna put hers on.
I'm getting some lip balm.
Nice.
I wonder if you can hear it aggressively, because it sounds pretty aggressive to me.
Try not to move it like that and make so much noise with the microphone.
I'm not a pro with this stuff, as you may know.
So scoot it far away from you. Push it all the way back, good. And then up too, back and up.
This?
Up.
This.
Up, and then down. This is the best view.
Nice.
And then you click this, you right click it, you click preview and edit, you click this, you flop it, and then you switch to it. Here is Esther.
Hi. I want some food. I gotta heat up some stuff. I'm famished. I'm going to erase this for
all
a video idea.
Well, is it all done though? We have to.
I'm gonna take a picture of it before I erase it, and then write back on the things that we haven't done. But there is quite a few marked off things that need to be taken off anyway. Just the bottom half. I'm gonna erase.
Yeah, there's a lot that we've done.
I'm gonna draw something on there.
Draw.
I'm gonna use our guns, our arrow.
Yeah, and we're gonna do some cool live stream stuff.
And we're gonna shoot at it, and we're gonna
pick fun things.
Do the stuff that's on it.
Mm-hmm.
Have some ideas.
Live's also fun because we're just like chatting it up, and I could just finish. Oh, fix your light. I could just we could just finish the paintings a lot faster. Not by faster like they'd be less quality, but we're talking so much that half the time we're not painting. Ooh, very nice.
Just some beginning layers. I probably need to do a little bit of blending that out. Now that it's on my face, I'm gonna go back to painting.
No, love.
It's okay. It's good. It's good. Okay, fine. I won't.
No, you can paint, but I thought you're not going to move your camera.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can paint.
My lips are so dry. I was drinking a lot of water because I thought my lips have been dry just all the time. And then I was like, let me consciously drink more water. And then I think they got better, and then I stopped. And
Your skin also got a lot better.
It got worse. I know, my skin's been doing great, and I've done nothing different.
You drank a lot of water.
Yeah,
Water's so good for your skin.
The last couple of weeks, I have stopped doing that.
All right, so I just have the background.
But water's all we have in the house besides.
Sure. We don't have juice and stuff. We do have the different
We just have water, milk, and that's it basically. So I guess I'd probably do still drink.
We drink a lot of water. Guess what? Sparkling water.
Yeah.
That is the way to go.
Ooh, I just got a smell of your protein thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, this painting is pretty much done. Turned out really nice.
Are you gonna do a background?
Just the background.
Are we gonna do a pink background? I want to do.
Yeah, I think so. Pink? Yeah. I think so for this one. Turned out really good.
That's very cute. Wow, this one's great.
We'll be sending. Yeah, this one turned out really good. We'll be sending a picture of this to the photographer. And yeah. So very fun today. I'm really glad everything's working out, and it's only gonna even get a little bit better. The chords and how it's set up is gonna be even better today. Stuff was supposed to come 3 days ago. I mean, I was so annoyed. I bought stuff, next day shipping and all that, and it just usually it works, and it just didn't work. And so anyway,
then you bought something that you didn't want.
No, that was so didn't want.
I mean, you obviously, but
yeah.
You didn't care for it to come tomorrow. And
I mean, I did.
I
did.
But you were more so.
I got 2 of the same microphones because an issue I think we were also having was we had 2 different microphones. So even though they were like at the same time and blah 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 and all that stuff, they're different microphones. They're gonna be slightly different. So it was having issues with that. We haven't had a single issue today, and we have 2 of the exact same microphones. So anyway, that's all done. But the microphone I literally ordered was like 12:30 a.m. So it was that day. And they said same day shipping, and it came that day at like 3 p.m. Like not even at the end of the day. Like it said expected by 10 p.m., And it came literally came, and I thought it only even gave me same day shipping option because it was gonna come in the same box as this stuff I had ordered a few hours prior. Next day shipping. And then it came all on its own, way sooner than anything else.
Hey, not bad.
And then
I mean, pretty bad. But
pretty bad. I was actually kind of sad.
Oh, look, it connected in the right spot.
Oh, did it?
Ouch! You pinched my...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's a few ways to do. There's one where you like.
Yeah, but it's like...
And there's one where you just like let that guy do roll. You guys know that video of the guy that goes and then it was like freaks out. Good to see you guys today. Lots of painting. Oh, you did some on the dress. I couldn't even see it.
That's what I was holding up.
Nice. This dress was very textured, wasn't it?
No. It's sheer stuff, and then there's a couple embellishments on the bottom that you were gonna add.
Why does it look like this?
Because it's like, let me show you.
Yeah, sure.
There's only like 2
Why are you getting
spots
water on
that
it?
show.
It is very textured. Yeah, what are you talking about? Extremely
textured.
textured. No, but like this is all texture. Look at how veily. Like this is no texture. This satin stuff. This is what I mean by no texture. There's so much texture.
Yes,
in this dress.
yes.
So much.
I thought you meant
so this
lace.
looks correct.
I thought you were referring to lace.
No.
And there's a very
This is
small
what she did is
difference.
correct. But when she said it was smooth, I was like, well, then you did it wrong. But it wasn't smooth. It wasn't.
What I mean by smooth is not lacy or like 3D.
Smooth
stuff.
is satin. Those satin thick. All right, guys, great to see you. Lots of fun. And we're going to do more live streams. It's not going to be every day, but we are going to get a very specific schedule where we're even going to tell you when the lives are.
Little mohawk.
So, and we will be painting. I want to paint every day, and I want to live when we paint. So the honest, only fair, realistic thing to do is that we're not going to live every day, but we're going to paint sometimes when we're not living. I don't like painting when we don't live. Anyway, we're working on the schedule. But there's going to be at least 3 times a week on a specific timed live once the schedule gets going. It's going to take us a while to get into that because it's going to all depend on my teaching and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I do generally know the schedule of, but I will probably shorten some of that stuff on the days that I want to do lives. Anyway, so we're going to get a schedule where it's not just the Wednesday, Saturday posting, but then it will also be like Wednesday, Saturday video, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something. Monday, Wednesday, Friday live, to where you know when everything is, because that's a big deal for the channel and stuff. So as my hair continues to recede, we will continue. Look at these little strands. Look at these little strands. And the back is getting really bad.
He's a cute boy. It looks worse on camera.
Of course it looks worse on camera. And the light is shining right through it. But when you're outside, the sun, this is what it looks like outside. Doesn't bother me. The mustache is what I care about. And it's on fleek. So we will see you guys next time. Bye.